Hey, hello, welcome to this very stream. I've changed my microphone scenario a bit. It also means, so I've had this little thing for a while now, but now, like, because I've got a microphone actually that's XLR, I decided to try it on this computer rather than having it on a Linux computer where it's basically useless. So, you know, I can make myself louder, I can make myself quieter. Yeah, I don't know what a good audio is. I just currently have it like bang down the middle. There's also this effects button, which, like, I don't remember what I set it to, but I think it's like the deep voice one, so I'm just not going to use it. But anyway, ignoring that problem. So yeah, if you think my voice is too quiet, too loud, please let me know. Where is my why is my little icon thing not working? Oh, that's why. I shot the green screen on it. I was doing testing and I shot the green screen. I didn't know it would do something. There we go. Should my voice on max for the whole stream? I don't think you want that. That's good. I think. I don't know. Could be true. It's not that hard to do it. Not that hard to change. Anyway, what we're doing is we're doing a bit of a brain off session where we want to choose not Bowser. I said no Bowser. No Bowser. Get out of here. Like, Bowser, get out of here. Yeah, we'll take the free amigos. The free heavies. Egg one. Easy CPUs in order. 32 tracked. I feel like I should put the speed on. Don't know about you, but I like my eardrums. Yeah, so do I. I needed live split open. Because we should just do this as a sped run. Those are not the right splits. You know what? Just close splits. Just put them on Jerry's back. Hey. There we go. I think it could be a little lower. Stop counting the numbers off the top. Jerry's got a very good back for this. But we are doing 100cc. Now, what does this mean? It means it's going to take way longer, and we get way more lightnings and blue shells, and we can't even dodge the blue shells, so yeah. Also, I think I've got sound effects on these boards as well. Let me turn on monitoring. Is this just... I think I said this is a Terraria bomb. Well, I can't hear it. That means you guys can't, so obviously it's not working. But I don't really care about having sound effects. I'm not sci-high. Yeah, that's correct. 100cc. Now, one thing I do find really interesting is I bloody love... 100cc is really good. But let's get into the race before I start yapping. 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go. I also move the microphone down because it's blocking way too much of my screen. I think 100cc is really good. And, like, you know, it's kind of just how, a lot of the tracks in Mario Kart are basically how much, are basically all built around being 100cc. How much? What a translation. I have no idea what you said. I'm not a fan of this, translation, feature. Especially when it's just like translating just like normal English words and or phrases, so... Wait, do I have Google Translate on chat? YouTube just implemented it like 3 streams ago. And I've not seen it do a single good job because surprisingly, English speaking channel attracts a mostly English typing audience. And you know what the funniest thing about it is? Is like, if I go into like, sometimes I'll go into a video. It's like, you know, Japanese. I saw like a random video. I don't know why I clicked on it. It was someone making, you know that like one like monorail car where it's like, it's actually on like a singular rail and uses like a gyroscope to balance. I saw someone modding like, you know, or making one of those at a scale for like toy train tracks, and I thought that was kind of cool. And, you know, it's all in Japanese, all the cons are Japanese. That's a lot of fibs. And yeah, it didn't give me the option to translate any of those comments. Gives me the option to translate someone typing hello weirdly. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about my day because I've had a pretty nice day. So basically, last week, before the weather went really bad, is I had to do a click and collect at a store. And I decided, rather than take my car, because getting to the store is a really annoying store to get to. Not like it's that far, it's just I got to do all like the worst turns. I decided to mix things up. And so there's this e-bike in our garage that's been sitting around for like 2 years. Not been used because, you know, the roads we are on are a bit scary. So yeah, my mum who got it for, I think, running around the city, but now you can't even take e-bikes on the train, so it's basically useless. And so, you know, I was like, oh, I'm going to try and take this bike to the shops to do my click and collect. Because why the heck not? And it was perfectly fine. I mean, it was a bit scary. The roads are a bit scary. I also hit a massive pothole by accident. That wasn't fun because the bike is, you know, the bike's made to be a city bike, not a road bike. So its wheels are tiny. And it's also just like a pedal assist bike. It's nothing fancy. The road isn't that scary in the Netherlands. That's because it's the Netherlands. That's because you have more bikes than cars. I'm an Australian using Starlink to get internet. The roads aren't good here. But yeah, it's just like, you know, take it. And, you know, today I took the bike down. I took it a bit further to see how far the battery can actually last. It said I've still got half battery left. But I could tell that the motor was weaker, so I wouldn't really want to take it much further than I actually did. But, you know, it's perfectly cromulent experience, to be honest. And, you know, it saves, you know, it means I don't need to drive my car with the current fuel prices. Though I've really got to figure out a storage solution because it's currently just my backpack. Because we do have a bike basket we can put onto the front of it, but it's not very useful, or it can't fit on the front of the e-bike. It was made for like a regular bicycle. I also want to put a proper bike bell onto it rather than its current like horn. Oh, I'm an idiot. Or ELO as part of the Yoruba language. That's the other thing that's too about Google's auto translates. It doesn't take into account what language you're typing in. Or what language you would be using. Because, like, you know, most YouTube channels, you can click into the thing and someone would have put what language they are in. Google knows what country you are in. Like, it's stupid. It's like, this person is clearly typing something from Europa. It's like, why? Like, yeah, clearly, you know, someone on this English-speaking watching from, you know, Europe or America or Australia is clearly going to be typing in some small African or Asian or just some language. Because Google knows where you are. About the Mario Kart DS early 2014 build you showed us several streams ago, you think I'll be able to send it to you? I don't know how much Ermbler would like that spreading around. That'd probably be fine, but it's like, yeah. I think my favorite parts about the translates going crazy is when it says it's translated from something and you hover over to see what the original translation was and it's the exact same phrase. So yeah, Sky, if you'd like to, I would ask Embler if you're able to, but well, you can tell it's definitely 100cc. But you gotta make sure you pass Embler super strict or you're not goddamn the person. Wasn't Mario Kart DS beta not available public? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just saw a green shell pop off a pokey. Anyone know Polish here? I think Kuba does. Who's also just known as Polish in MKDS on network. Oh, so the last week I released a video which I basically called a social experiment. It's because I did the video where I talked very negatively about the Nintendo DS's headphone jack, and that video is now like my most viewed video by a country mile. And you know, I decided, oh, let's just make a video just being negative on every Nintendo DS. But obviously, the funniest one about it is that I couldn't talk about a DSi XL due to not owning one. Also, I know Peach just used like a bullet bill, but I swear she just turned invisible. So, you know, I did a video being negative about the DS, and I couldn't talk about the DSi XL because I don't own one. And so, you know, a lot of people were putting their praises and critiques about the DSi XL in the comments. A lot of people had the exact same point to make, except had, like, different opinions. There are so many comments on that video about people being like, the DSi XL's big screens make it really nice to use. And I mean, like, the DSi XL's big screens make it, like, all the games look blurry and bad. I'm like, what on earth is happening? Imagine if MKDS had a 200cc mode. It would kind of suck because MKDS has like no air mobility. Definitely probably don't take that shortcut. Funnily enough, you speak more English than Dutch in your life when you're online. Yeah, the internet is annoyingly English. Curse the Americans for making... It's not even their English. They stole someone else's language and they think they're the main person on the internet. It's not even American language. SMH. You're the only people talking about how DSiWare doesn't compensate for the lack of GBA slot. No, I think you should be playing Mario Kart DS. And also, I do want to say, don't take my comments seriously. That video is just poking fun. Like, I mean, they are, like, you know, somewhat normal complaints. But you know, I was simply just looking to be negative. My DS Lite comments are basically true though. I hate using that thing. Every time I bring a DS Lite out for like a trip on the train, I'm just like, this thing sucks. The DSi is better than I remember it being, so yeah. Oop, I was reading chat and did not see that banana. 800 horsepower twin turbo V12 mode when? I don't think you can fit one of those in an Egg 1. Also, there are always like people that have been like really, because you know, I use Australian money in that short because I'm Australian. And there were people being like, oh my god, Australian money. Why are you using Australian money? I'm like, I wonder. Oh my god, I forgot that this is 100cc and so that jump gun's really sketchy. And then, yeah, there also have quite a few people being like, why did you not talk about the 3DS? And I'm like, yeah, I wonder why didn't I talk about the 3DS? I don't have a DSi XL. Use Zimbabwean dollars instead. SMH my H. Damn, I should have. I actually just, like, grabbed my wallet and grabbed, like, every silver coin I had in there. And one $5 note just to make it look good. You say euro more than dollars or pounds? I mean, I'm Australian. I use the Australian dollar. They're also known as like a dollaridoo or a, I think buckaroo is a thing that some people think we say, but I don't think buckaroo is a thing. We don't say dollaridoo either. Don't know why my indicator is staying at orange and only dropped 40 frames. Did I see a mod for CTGP7 where all the MKDS characters are ported? I have not seen that. I know there's a mod there where it's like Mario Kart DS, where it's like MKDS but like in Mario Kart Wii. Where it's like, you know, it's the Mario Kart Wii engine, but you know, they've put in like some of the Mario Kart DS techniques. And I tried to get that working, but it doesn't want to work, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it doesn't like my PAL ROM, actually. That could be a good thought. So maybe I should look into just like trying to get it working through like a pre-patched ISO or something, but I'll need actual MKWii people to ask that. Apparently I was friends with a Mario Kart Wii, member. Are there any unique MK homebrews for DS? There's GP Nitro, there's Ermi Kart, and there's Bugger All. In terms of good things, there's not a lot. You meant not ROM hacks? I mean, everything's a ROM hack. But you're talking about, like, actual, like, custom experiences? There's, like, the tag game mode that is, like, not really a patch that you can download, so it's not easy to implement. And there's nothing else. Like, I think the only, like, unique experience you can get for a, in MKDS thus far is the tag game mode made by Gohugan. That banana's pushing... That truck is pushing a banana. What happened? How is that truck pushing a banana? Now, I hope a CPU doesn't run into the truck with the banana in front of it, because I kind of want to see what That is. I'm gonna check that out. The problem with the tag game mode is that there's no like pre-patched ROM for it. You had to apply it via ASM hacks. I think that was a truck and there's no banana in front of it. So what happened? Oh, maybe it's on this turn. Nah. Maybe a CPU ran into it. I recommend I play Mario Kart PC sometime. I remember looking at it in like a goddamn like 2022. Trying to think of a video idea and being like, nah. Yoshi! Oi mate, you got some dollary doos for a mate? Eh? We don't say eh, that's Canadian. I keep doing that too early because I'm used to 100cc. I mean 150cc. I'm getting better at doing those like hops to the end because I think that's a smart idea and trying to randomly build another mini turbo. Imagine getting let by someone you just lightninged. While they're still being lightninged. Do I plan to get a DSi XL? If so, what color? Whatever is the cheapest one. Whatever it happens to be. I have a price point where if I see one, I am like, I am going to grab that. Provided it's in a reasonable distance. I don't really care about the color. They're all kind of interesting colors, so it's not really a problem. You can dodge the blue shell on 100cc, you just need very fast speed or frame perfect timing. Or you can do a long dodge, and I like my long dodges. Long dodges are super hype. You want to see if there's any purple shells for whatever model of DS I can get? I feel like saying there's one for the DSi, but I don't know why. Please be star, please be star, please be star. Let's go. Oh, I used that too. I'll be fine. I like purple. Purple's a good color. Daisy! I don't need a daisy taxi. But like, there was someone on the, I don't remember which comment section it was. I think it was the Instagram one. Who was like, oh, dude, no wonder the shells are such bad quality. You're getting them from AliExpress. I'm just like, that was also a screenshot to show the lack of variance in color. You can't clip it. YouTube got rid of clipping. I'm really upset about it. Where is my bitrate? Like, yeah, YouTube's just gotten rid of the clip feature. No reason for it. I think it's because it was being underutilized. There's also like no fanfare about it. Like YouTube's weird because they've got this channel called Creator Insider, which, you know, shows up on the YouTube channel dashboard when they upload a new video. And they've been doing a ton of shorts lately, but none of their, like, normal news segments. Oh, that's unfortunate. So, like, YouTube does this thing. It's like, if it's Tuesday, it's news day. And, like, a few months ago, they did one. It was literally a minute long, and the only thing they said in it was the GIFs feature on YouTube for YouTube Shorts is now available in Korea. That was the entire... thing. I was like, that is so useless. But, you know, then they go and remove features, and it's like, oh, where's the information about this? Oh, it's in a YouTube short that's weirdly formatted because they had to speed up asking the question. And you know what? And in the short, they're like, oh, so what it's been replaced with? And they said, it's been replaced. So you know how, like, with YouTube, if you right-click the screen, if you're on a desktop, and you can say, copy URL at current time, or you press the share button, you know there'll be a share at current time. I don't know if you can do it during a live stream while it's live, but still. That's the feature that's replacing clipping. Just that little and T at the end of a URL. But they're being able to, you want to be able to do that on shorts now, which I swear you already could. So, yeah, I just think they're trying to say they just wanted to remove it because they couldn't be bothered developing it. Copy embed? No, it's more the copy. Because, like, you know, if you want to, like, share a video, but you want it to be at a specific time code. It's basically that. Which I think is stupid, but... Or to say that it's replacing the feature, so, yeah. I actually put a comment on that short because I'm like, this is stupid. I can't believe that they're making they're getting rid of clipping in live streams. Imagine removing clipping in live streams. You know, what does every streamer say when something funny happens? Chat, clip that. It's like, goddamn. Now it's like, chat, take note of the time. Can't wait for it to be, you know, in like 2 months, and they'll be like, guys, today we are introducing YouTube segment where you can trim a portion of video or live stream and share it in a nice, easy, available format with this brand new stinking UI that won't run on a 10-year-old iMac that you were given and have no use for. Hey YouTube, where's my bitrate? Hey, give it to me. Thank you. Very kind. I had my first video. I had my first YouTube video like last week, which was Puddings' video on the no ATAS. Because I'm like, yeah, why not? I saw there's a few others had hyped, and it's like, yeah, support the Puddings channel. It deserves it more than I do. YouTube, give me my bitrate. Does it just hate Airship Fortress? Does it just hate Mondays? Do I have goddamn Garfield internet? True Light's brand new and it's just worse from before. And I will say, the clipping on YouTube was already really bad. No wonder people weren't using it. It sucked. there was no way to moderate the clips on your channel. I mean, I don't know how it works on Twitch. I don't stream on that platform, so I don't know how clips are dealt with there. But it's like, why? It's just like, why is it still like, you know, it's such an awkward UI. One of my favorite things is on the sidebar of YouTube, like behind all of the under all the subscriptions, there's a, you know, there's a little showing like, you know, your channel, your history, your garbage, all those nice little buttons, and it says show more at the bottom of it, you know, because the list is obviously too long for the amount of things. It shows one additional option. Oh my god, I nearly got the dodge! Oh, hey, Lakitu. It has a show more button that when you click on it, it goes to the bottom to say show less, and it just shows clips. It's so dumb. I mean, it could be different on other platforms, on other what's it called, other languages and things, but or regions, that's the word. But yeah, for me, it looks super dumb and stupid. Like a true jump scare. YouTube trying not to be anti-creator challenge. Oh yeah. It's always so funny how people think that YouTube will implement like proper anti like AI, like demonetize AI channels and things like that. Who do you think's selling the AI? You guys are stupid. You still wish YouTube could show my videos to other people to get more views? Oh yeah, being a creator sucks. I do not recommend being a content creator, because I mean, look at, oh Jesus Christ, I'm just crashed into a wall. Because, you know, I've been at this for like, you know, 6 years, and all I get is a email from a VPN company being like, yo, can we get a sponsor? And then you search them up on Reddit and someone's claiming that they're a crypto, they just put crypto mining software onto your computer. That was the other thing I was going to talk about. I was going to send a message on Discord, but I decided not to. But I'll talk about it here, because it's easier to phrase. You know, checking my emails. I thought I got another email by the goddamn like AI game platform company. It turns out they just both just start with the letter Y. But no, I got an email from like a Mike or whatever his name was, saying like, yo, you wanna, we just saw your Chan. They wrote Chan instead of channel because they're so hip. Chan, short for channel. I'm gonna get blue shell in the air. I was in the valley. That sucked. Do you hear about the animation channels getting falsely demonetized for inauthentic content? Classic. You have to watch out with sponsors that share files with you. They didn't send anything. It's just a really dully formatted email. But I mean, it was an actual company. But you know, B, not a good company. It's a VPN company. What do you expect? I should probably actually read up on what are sponsorship rules in Australia. Some files can hack your PC. I'll open up on a Linux box. That'll be funny. What is this place? Now, what would be the funniest computer? Probably the MacBook Air that currently is not really usable. I was able to factory reset the iMac, but that's because that was a way more modern device. I've got like a MacBook Air from like a 2010 MacBook Air that is basically useless. Opening a virtual machine? No, I think opening it in an old old 2010 MacBook Air is funnier. Oh no, they hacked it. But I mean, I'm not taking any sponsorships anytime soon because I have no videos in the work. Oh my god, hello Daisy. We get it. Better Windows OS? I really love Windows 10. But to be honest, the only Windows versions I've really interacted with is Windows 8 and Windows 7. I mean, Windows 8 and Windows 10. Not Windows 7. I have that. I have vague memories of, what's it called, Vista? The one with like the photo album on the desktop. That's a bit nostalgic from, I don't know, my mum's work computer or something. What's the most annoying sound effect in this game, in my opinion? Goddamn... And not really... that's like download play sound, but that's kind of just like general Nintendo DS system. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Daisy's sound effects in this game, or Peach's. I think Peach's are actually worse. They're way too high pitched, and it's just kind of annoying. Windows 7 was decent, Windows 7 was peak. And then Windows 7 was peak. I haven't really used Windows 11 that much. I have it on the laptop because I upgraded it from Windows 10 to see if it would fix a problem. It did not. And I don't really have a use for it because that computer's too underpowered for me to do anything with it reasonably. Because, you know, I do video editing. That computer was basically like, had just above minimum specs for DaVinci Resolve when I got it. And now it's below spec for DaVinci Resolve by the time I finished uni. So it had a very strugglesome final 6 months of uni. But now I can't really use it for anything because it's too weak to do video editing and it can't even be like a DS capture card device. That's why I've got the goddamn Windows 8 laptop. I don't even know what version of Windows 8 it is. But like, you know, I used Windows 8 during like the beginning of high school. That was an interesting fib throw. Yeah, so, you know, I'm super familiar. Also, Windows 8 just feels like Windows 10, but less good. That didn't count! If you get a laptop that runs Windows 10 or 11, you're risking it to look like 7. But, because, yeah, Windows 8 kind of, like, if you ignore the start menu, it basically just feels like Windows 10, but a bit clunkier. And really square. But even now, I'm not a huge... I don't really hate the start menu of Windows 8 because... I mean, you guys obviously don't see it, but like... I have the start menu, like when you press the Windows key. I have that take up the entire screen. I basically always have. And because like I kind of use that start screen with like all the icons and things, kind of like the desktop. But it's more useful because you're able to bring it up in front of all your icons. Rather than your desktop, which is behind. So I basically don't ever use the desktop. Kind of hate the desktop. I kind of hate... Don't lightning me! No! But, yeah, I cannot stand macOS. The few times I have been forced to interact with macOS, I have hated it. I cannot stand goddamn macOS. I hate how you can't snap windows. Which I'm pretty sure is because window snapping is, like, you know, copyrighted by Microsoft. And, like, it makes sense. It's a great feature. I cannot stand macOS, how all your windows just kind of float on the desktop. It's so awkward and ugly. But if you want to make it full screen, it ends up, if you want to make it full screen, it goes on to like this other like window view where you then can't bring a window in front of it. God, I hate macOS. Why did I hop? Where was I getting those hops from? You can add some Windows snapping to macOS. Yeah, I assume you could. I'm not surprised. But still, it's then just like the other problems of, you know, like full screen and things like that. Also, I'm a taskbar on top person. Another reason I don't like Windows 11. But I think I heard that they're adding taskbar at top to Windows 11 natively. Because when I got the Windows 11 laptop, or when I made the laptop Windows 11, I got an application that puts your taskbar at the top. And then I tried reverting it back down to the bottom, and it kind of freaked out, and then I didn't really have a taskbar until it just somehow fixed itself. So I'm not super trustworthy of those little fixes, but yeah. Also, it's the funniest reason that I'm a taskbar on top person is because it was super useful when our school laptops had touchscreen because we were fancy. And yeah, having the taskbar at the top is really useful for, you know, you can just glide your hand along the top and change tabs super easily. There's also one reason why I stayed with Internet Explorer for so darn long. Because when you tapped on the screen, or when you tapped on the icon, it would show all the windows open in like a big view where you could actually see them. But obviously you don't really need that when you're got a mouse and keyboard and no ability to touch the screen. My just weird habits. I remember one time in high school, I had my when, you know, it's cool to change your cursor. You know, some people had the Minecraft store, that was peak. And you know, I comically had my one set to the loading wheel. And I'd gotten used to this. So, you know, I once ran into a tech problem. I had to take it to IT support. And I had to, you know, they were waiting for the computer to think. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. My cursor's just the wheel. That was funny. Did you guys ever have any cool, did you guys ever do anything funny with your cursors? You got a lot of the epic long tail version as well. That's why I love 100cc. It's so easy to just yap and just play game because you've got so much more time to look at the game before you hit something. How do you change cursors? I hate the asterisks on this font. Go to like mouse and cursor settings. You find a YouTube tutorial. And there is a non-zero chance. You gotta find a YouTube tutorial that uses the Minecraft diamond sword. That's how you know you're, getting to a good place. That's how you know it's a proper tutorial and not some tech YouTuber. You know it's for passion rather than for money and fame. As if it's the Minecraft sword. Why? What do you want to change your mouse cursor to? Change it to a DS stylus. Oh, goddamn Waluigi. You deserve it. Deltarune Soul. Isn't that like, the problem is, isn't that like, you know, like a love heart shape basically? That problem is because the cursor's kind of the very corner of it. So you need something that's a point rather than a blob. Also, I don't know about Deltarune, so I have no idea why, if you've capitalized Soul on purpose, or if there's like, it's an acronym. Changed my mouse cursor to be the Wii hand. A lot of people loving the Wii pointer. I think there's not really a lot of other things, to be honest. I always find it really funny because I play so much like versing CPUs. I don't bother learning the PRB route for this track because the chain chomp's too detrimental. The Wii cursor is just so cool. Important things in Deltarune are capitalized. Okay. That's a boring way of doing it. I thought it was going to be an acronym for, like... I don't know. I can't think of anything funny at the moment. I can tell them I'm using Wii OS. I also have a Wii cursor. I don't even have Wii cursors as their computer mouse. As their computer cursor. Source of your life. That's good. I'll have the double problem of using of as part of an acronym and then you just being you are, as in your. Oh, cool, a blue shell. You sure? I can't speak. You saw a YouTuber doing it too. Man, yeah. Makes sense. Do you think you'll ever be able to dodge one of these blue shells in a traditional dodge style? It'd have to be a traditional dodge style. There's not really a lot of place to do long dodges. I should really change the Jerry photo. He's been up there for a while. Usually the images on there only last like a few, like 2 or 3 streams. But Jerry's been up there for like 6. Or even more. But I don't really have any other small square images I can change it to. Put Jerry in the bottom right of the box and make him larger. What, so opposite the dry bones? Well, I made the best card combo, but not everything maxed out. So, like, I mean, the best egg, wasn't maxed out stats. It was just the highest stat of each category. And I did do a test where it was, like, you know, the max stats of the reasonable ones. Like, you know, speed and MT. And then a lesser value than like the worst value of the stats you want to low of, like drift and things. And that wasn't good either, because yeah, because you still don't really have control over your vehicle. 100cc, Fravo Snow Lane Dodge, because Slip Road doesn't count in my request from last race. That's simple to do. Not free like it is normally, but yeah. Oh, Puddings, I need to ask you a question before you leave. Is it okay if I make a if I make a pair of shorts based on your 2 tasses so far? And I hope you say yes, because I may have already edited one today. Remove the carts and make the races run. The problem is, Mario Kart DS doesn't have like idle animations. So your only animations turn, win, spin, hit. Or turn, win, spin, lose. Yeah, you're good? Cool. Thank God. It means I have 2 free shorts. You're gonna go bang your head against the wall now. I don't know why that message has been hidden, but apparently YouTube doesn't want to spread that. I mean, you could just make like the characters like T-pose slide along the floor. That could be funny. Should I make like a crude Waluigi model and just have him just like T-pose slide along the ground? Like those Daisy running mods for Wii. There's a lot of running mods for MKW. I'm an idiot. Anyway, Puddings, why are you banging your head against the wall? Or going to bang your head against the wall? Or have you left? Puddings has probably left. All things considered. Funky Kong T-posing. Someone ported Funky Kong to Mario Kart DS in like an actually good state. Actually, no, I think definitely it has been. I think Cooper Master and Roka Loco have done it. But I don't think they're public mods. Birdo would have done it. Wait, there is the Waluigi T-pose code. You could do that. The Waluigi T-pose code is for, like, the bullet bill. Because I did a short on it. I did really poorly. It's also like one of the first, like one of the oldest community posts on this channel is a GIF of me using a bullet bill, but the bullet bill is just Waluigi T-posing, but he's in his sitting animation. Why are they doing that? Why are we such a wide line? This is not a good baby park, and I just feel it's not good. Also, I did not check how fast my current PB is in 100cc. Frankly, I don't really care. I'm just here for a fun time. You played MKV for the first time. You didn't like the bikes and now you like the bikes. It's really funny because whenever I go back to play Mario Kart Wii, I just choose a kart because I like them. I choose driver and standard kart because I'm an idiot. But you know, and then I'll choose like a bike for my next race. And I'm like, oh my god, these are so much better. I haven't actually played MKW for a while on stream. Oh no. The Rally Romper? It's got a different name in, or is it a different name in, I think it's a different name in American. I don't remember my regional differences for MKW names. Tiny Titan in America. Yep. Just inside drift bikes. Even the outside drift bikes are just better. You know, I sometimes use the Sugar Scoot, is it? Because it looks like the City Tripper that I made in Mario Kart 8. I don't know why I choose that kart out of all things. Like the goddamn moped. Is for some reason just the kart I use in Mario Kart 8. It's so random. Because you would expect it to be like standard kart or maybe like the B-Dash or something considering Mario Kart DS. No, goddamn the City Tripper. What have they done to Star Fox? I know I'm late. They turned into a furry. You just tuned in, but yeah, I should play MKW. I have played MKW. It's in my emergency use only box. Surprising how long the emergency use only cover art for the Mario Kart Wii box is still referenced, despite that being a really badly performing video and just a generally not good video. That's what happens when you have an idea for a joke and get COVID. How long does it take Blue Shell to do the entire course? And can I get to the mounds before it does? Just too late. I should. If I'd done an extra MT, I think I would have made it. Fib! It's always so funny making like references to past videos because a lot of people don't really know a lot of the references of this channel. I've got a short coming up. It's the follow-up short to the thing I hate about every DS model, being things I love about the DS model. And it's got a reference to goddamn top 10 ways to play Mario Kart DS. Which, I mean, that was, you know, that was a decent performing video. But, like, I don't know how much is in the back of people's minds. Considering it's, what, like 3 years old, 4 years old now? Isn't my OC inspired by Fox? No, it just happens to be that Fox is inspired by a fox. And Sample's color scheme is also inspired by the general concept of foxes. I don't think Nintendo owns the copyright to the design of... What's a fox? A vermin? That has the Wii U. As long as you don't have an SD card, you can play MKWii on Retro Rune. I am gonna like point out, it's easier to say this in words than it is like through a Discord message. You don't have to wait for a gigantic heckin' SD card to mod the Wii U. You can easily just transfer the files over at a later date if you've got a spare SD card sitting around. God knows I've got plenty of 16 and 32 gigabyte SD card sitting around. I don't think I have an SD card larger than 32 gigs. I don't really need large files. How would Sample react to getting pet? He would probably hate it. My 3DS is more of a 4GB SD card. That could be on the bit small side, but I don't actually know what my 3DS is modded with. I know my DSi used to be modded with a 4GB SD card, and then I changed over to a 32GB, and my DSi has since still become the most awkward console to use for homebrew. Like, I modded that system, like, what, 7 years ago? And... and it's not... I'd really like to get a new DSi just to see what's the modding experience like nowadays, because it was so awkward back then, and it continues to be a nuisance on my life. Like, I just use R4s and things like that on my DSi, unless I need it to be a functioning member of a local play squad. Then it is just like, I just use another R4 card on it, because I hate using the homebrew in it. We're going uphill, but we get the faster recovery time from the roof. You didn't realize how much slower 100cc is? Yeah. It's good for like Mario Kart DS though, because like, you're just snaking. And also, online's also 100cc as well, so it's like, who cares? It holds CDGP7 and 1 DS ROM hack. We should make odd number SD cards. You can get 1GB. I felt like the only reason I have like a 2GB micro SD card is simply just so it can operate in the old R4. I actually have like 3 old R4s, except 2 of them... Except I don't actually have a shell for 2 of them because they broke. So I just have 2 R4 motherboards just lying around. Basically unusable. If I get a 3D printer, I'll deal with that, because then I'll be able to do like shorter layer heights or something than what the library can provide, but this when can 2DSs hold that much space? I think it was what, 64 gigabytes? The thing is, I've heard if you've used it like as soon as you go over SDSC, whatever, SD card standards are weird. Anyway, fish. As soon as you go above certain SD card standard sizes, like as soon as you get like the really big, like 128 gigs, it can make 3DSs load super slowly on boot up. Is SNES Chocolat my least favorite track? Yes. Big time. There's a list of courses in the bottom of the description. No, not the bottom. Near the bottom of the description. There's a little FAQ that I put there. Fish part 2. Why is my audio gone funky? Happened to anyone else? It just sounds like you're listening through it through like a goddamn shell. Whoa. The audio of these DS capture cards is so weird. How do I trigger in this game? My mate who mainly plays MKW after playing RCI 2. Classic. Fish part 3. There is a trick mod for MKDS, half made by yours truly. The main part made by Prelit. I'm an idiot. Why is this audio not fixing itself? Is it sounding like it on your end, guys, or is it just me? So would it make sense if it was just me, unless, like, you know, the headphone cable, my mic, my headphones are pulled out, but just no, because it hasn't moved. Yeah, the MT sound funny. I think it's literally only the right ear. How much can I save if I don't make mistakes? I don't know, I don't have splits. Lag, as always. If you see a little Wi-Fi indicator in the corner turn red, that means I'm probably dropping frames. Fun little fact, it's functional. And hidden. Because it just looks like a part of the gimmicky UI. Left is quiet, never mind. Yeah, I've always been able to interpret the DS audio going bad sometimes because I'm super acquainted with how the DS capture card sounds. But you miss an item box set? You only get one item box set in on the fast route of Sky Garden, which is just the first one. I didn't help it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's just get used to things. Nah, it's definitely still bad. I unplugged and replugged the capture card in. For a minute, I thought I had restarted. Nah, not having just run. I'm resetting. Nah. Now it's actually just changing my DS over to my TAS of Yoshi Circuit, so I'll be able to get the PB. Despite the fact I'm probably already behind the world record. Oh. My TAS isn't very good. That's upsetting. I was so close. You learn how to drift on RYC? How do you even get to that point? Yay! I want to try this fix, which is closing that application and reopening it. It didn't fix it. So wait, let me oh no, never mind. I'll look into it after this. Yeah, it destroyed the Royale and the Tyrant. It did, didn't it, eh? I want to go to speedrun.com/MKDS category extensions. 32 track 100cc. Damn, the world record holder isn't able? It's 2XXL. Guys, guess what? It's a PB. From 1 hour 11 minutes to, which was 12th place, which puts what, 1:08:35. Guys, I'm in top 10. I'm in 9th. Oh, my back. I was riding the bike badly. Left ear is static now? Well, I can hear both sides fine. Though it is confusing, eh? I'll restart the DS as well. Anyway, let's see what the scores are. Yoshi, we can't see your score. Any ties? Oh wow, tie for second. Damn. Some fierce competition. Anyway, let's put a submit run. First track 100cc. It is 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 35 Australian seconds. The video URL is this. Very stream. And yeah, I'll leave everything else blank. Okay, turn off the DS and turn it back on again. Oh yeah, the worst sound of the DS I think is this one. Like, that just sucks. Yeah, I do wonder how much of that time save was using the Pico and the Do you guys like my ROM? It's just full of Mario Karts. Did you know you can connect the Wii remote to the PC? Yes, there's not a lot you can do with it though. Nah, that seems to have fixed the sound, I think. Should we try for another run? Because I don't really... it is like 11:43. This stream did start a lot later than expected. Let's try like... What if we just do like a 16 track... I want to try 16 track nitro tracks, because I don't actually have a time of that. 3 amigos again, okay. So we're gonna do in order 16 races? Like that? It's gonna feel real fast. I'm just gonna put in the chat just like current run 16 track 150cc. Well, 150cc 16 track. How good would the BLS of Poltergeist be since you're assuming the worst turning isn't a bigger downside than 100? The main thing about 32 track times or just any versing CPU's time is the fact that you're in a race. And a lot of the jank comes from being having to slow down and start up. Pin message. That's great. Boom. Because yeah, I'd like to submit a 16 track. I may try and submit. I'm gonna submit like a lot of times for Oz Speedrun packs because I kind of want to be a part of it. Because you know it's my home city is goddamn Melbourne. So I'd like to get a run into it, but I don't think I'm going to be getting away with the 1 hour long 32 track or mission mode. So I've got to submit smaller runs. I hope they, out of all the runs, I hope they accept the 6-minute all bosses. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Holy heck, this is fast. What's my favorite childhood TV show? I didn't really watch TV shows as a child. Well, it's like, you know, I watched like, you know, shows like real young kids like Goddamn Play School. But, you know, all those like, you know, Disney and like other like classic cherished shows, I didn't really watch them. I said Play School, like any of you guys would know what that is. But yeah, I didn't really I mean, like, out of everything, it's probably not a big surprise that, you know, I was a goddamn Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends kid. But, yeah, I didn't really have many TV shows from that, like, late, what was it called? What's like a late child called? Yeah. You know, my family, we weren't rich. We didn't have the fancy cabled shows or anything. And you know, I'm Australian. We didn't have also we didn't have the same shows or thing that we didn't have like the same types of entertainment or anything like that. Like, you know, I didn't have a DS growing up. here I am nostalgia baiting everyone with DS, and I got my first DS in 2019. You grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine and still like it to this day. I mean, it's really a decent show. That new redesign of him looks a bit interesting, but hard for me to feel nostalgic considering I play the DS every day. Yeah. Like, a lot of, like, my nostalgia themes come from, like, the early iPhone eras. Like, goddamn, someone said it the other day, in a conversation, it was like paper, I was watching a video where I talked about it, I think it was paper toss. Bloody paper toss. Where can I find paper toss? I also feel like nostalgia is kind of like a weird thing because nostalgia needs like the absence of seeing it or even not even knowing that you know about it. I think the best kind of nostalgia is when you randomly just encounter it and you go, oh my god. That's happened to me when I was, I saw footage of Windows Vista. I'm like, I remember that from my childhood, like my mum's computer. Have I played any game consoles other than Nintendo? I think I've played Xbox at some point in time. I have a broken Xbox 360 in this very room. I think I've played Xbox a few times at Renox place. But, yeah. I don't think I've really touched a PlayStation. I thought the reason I could still do the blue shell dodge was because I still tried to do it in every single blue, like at every blue shell that I was able to do it in the 100cc run. It's just I couldn't get it there because 100cc blue shell dodges are tough. You never had a Wii U? Honestly, reasonable. The Wii U sucks. I haven't played that many games for the Wii U because I don't really have the time to or really want to play that many Wii U games or Wii games, but it's just like every time I have to interact with the console, I'm like, this thing is a piece of work. Will I ever make a video about scratch Mario Kart games? Not really, because I don't really want to cover the entire franchise. Because this channel is basically purely MKDS. I mean, the only exception to that is a fake item box. Which I was kind of planning to make a full series, like going over the history of items in Mario Kart. But I was like, can't be bothered. It's just because now I don't have like Mario Kart World. It's like, I definitely don't want to do that series because there's too many Mario Karts I don't have. If you didn't watch the Super Mario Super Show, then your channel's coming out. Your channel's becoming Uber. There's not really a ton to feel nostalgia to stuff, is there? I mean, I think, like, nostalgia's more about the absence of seeing something for an extended period of time. And also, I think you gotta have, like, you know, positive memories about not having seen that as well. It's kind of a weird thing, nostalgia. Definitely not something you should be... definitely not something that some 20-something-year-old Australian playing Mario Kart should be trying to explain. Holy heck, this is fast. This is a track that really benefits from the 100cc gameplay. I'm gonna hit the wall! Wait, that's way faster. This is 150cc. Delphinium Square is also a really tight track, so it probably feels way faster. Also because it has a really grid-like floor, so the bitrate's probably hating it. I have no idea how to probably take this shortcut. I should probably learn how to. Look at me, remember to do nosedives so the cart falls faster. Yeah, what else do I have to really talk about? Not much really. I think I talked about everything I really wanted to this stream. Now it's just playing Mario Kart and just kind of like trying to commentate what's happening. One of the things that's going to be a bit hard is I do ever get like a regular race format into like Oz Speedrun. They're a lot harder to talk about because it's mostly just snaking. Whereas like mission mode, I could yap on about mission mode, about about the strategies for each level, and it's the general concept of all the small tricks and tips and tricks. And then also because you're going through every course at a lightning fast rate, you can talk about some of the other techniques that you don't get to do because, you know, it's goddamn mission mode. That sucked. My finger fell off the A button. Whoa, I don't know my slip drifts? I don't know what my terms are. I'm gonna hit I'm gonna hit the banana! Can't speak. Why is the bridge in Delfino Square why is the bridge in Delfino Square when removed crashes? Because it's hard coded into the game. Why? I don't know. So that's why whenever, like, if its custom track replaces Delfino Square, they've probably moved it off screen. Or in the case for, like, what I did for, the no objects track, no objects hack, well, I just moved it into the sky. That was just kind of funny. Why hardcode the bridge? I don't know. That's last Nintendo in 2004. Though I cannot wait for the next like big version of Mario Kart Toolbox, because they are adding the feature to change hard-coded elements of the courses. And that's like going to be actually super cool. And I kind of can't wait. Because that just opens up so many funky opportunities. Like, you can make it rain on every course. You can make it snow on every course. You can make you put water on every course. Like, that's hype. I could make like an obstacle course and then do it like goddamn, what's the Flood Escape game? Is it just called Flood Escape in Roblox? Make that, but it's a Mario Kart DS custom track. That could be funny. And you know, my classic car, thank you. And you know, my classic idea of representing climate change sea levels by using Mario Kart DS custom track. Well, not a custom track, just using Cheap Cheap Beach. Trim Ridge, you suck at this one, 200cc 8 Deluxe. I mean, it's not like, car courses are generally a bit tricky. But Trim Ridge is kind of good in Mario Kart, yes. It's like it's got some sort of bird's eye view that helps see where the cars are. I can't believe it. That's so upsetting. Oh, I got a starter. That's pretty good. Which OST of MKDS do I like the most? Battle. Oh no. That was such an aggressive note for it to cut back in off from the star music. Bop! Battle theme, real good. It's like it's the song I use for the channel's theme, so I've become extremely biased towards it. Though I don't get to use it as often in shorts and things. Because the battle theme used to appear super often, because it basically appeared in every short that had the theme of ruining Mario Kart DS series. But now it kind of just doesn't, because I don't do that many shorts on ruining Mario Kart DS series, because I've used all of them. Watch me get Lightning now that it's flat free and I didn't go for the special item box. Number 7. God, I hate DK Pass. I really love the Mario Kart World rendition of DS Battle theme. I think I'm also just biased to brass instruments. Delta, are you alright? A gong, they're not in. I don't think a gong is used in DS Battle theme. To be honest, I don't even know if a song with a gong in it. What songs do you guys like? And you better not say Waluigi Pinball. And now someone's gonna talk. Now someone's gonna say Wario Stadium and be like, haha. Damn it. This was something really stupid. Doing like a music quiz of like where I just get like, you know, a bunch of Mario Kart DS players, and then I just kind of give them like the first note of the song and see if they can guess it, and then just like if they can't guess it, like kind of like a Wordle kind of ordeal, where it's like if they get it wrong, I then give them the more of the song. I don't know how to orchestrate that, but I think that could be funny. So it's going to stream when the bitrate is suffering. I can literally see it all just like pop back into high quality when the internet came back. It's really confusing having Sorta Dog and Blue Yoshi both have the profile picture of a blue Yoshi. Because it makes it really annoying to look at from a glance. I swear when I crashed into that wall earlier, the UV mapping looked really bad. There's a few spots where the UV mapping in this game kind of looks bad, and I've always thought it was like the emulator's fault, but... like, yeah, you can see like the top of the bricks don't snap at the edge of the pixel. You can see like the next row of bricks being cut off at the first one. Whoa. But yeah, the hardest thing about, like, you know, trying to organize, like, something like making a little quiz show for fellow MKDS players is, A, there's not many of them. There's not many top players, and also trying to organize that kind of thing just sucks. And, you know, there are also not a lot of, like, they're not got big on personalities. Not like a rude way, kind of just like they've got normal person personalities. They don't have like content creator personalities. It's like, what is that? That reminds me of this, but I'm not fully sure. That you kind of need for like those kind of really easy quizzes. There's a Grinch who stole the bitrate, by the way. Could you give it back? Please? Gonna go now, bye. Alright, see ya. Whoa. Which one Dry Bones' turn animation looks really weird compared to most other characters. This game, because it reminds me of like stop motion. Like if it's got that kind of clunkiness. Whereas like every other character just has kind of this smooth transition between poses. That's a shame. I think they hit the side of that box, so I wouldn't slow down, but... Maybe because Dry Bones a clunky old skeleton. Yeah, I'm not saying the bad thing. I kind of like how the animation looks. I kind of dislike Dry Bones' animations in, like, MK8. Which is why I often play like Koopa Trooper. Also gives me like the camo, gives me the camo, colored, City Tripper. Why am I not getting these blue shell dodges? Contributor to like your favorite Mario enemy? Yeah, okay. So, done. Yeah, that's completely acceptable choice. That's a lot of blues. Not as many as hit Mikey on the Wario Stadium race of last stream. I sent a clip of that into MKDS network and it was really funny. I think the funniest part was because I basically targeted Mikey as well. Because there were 5 blue shells in one online race. And it was so funny. Because they also went... Because I kind of it was like... You know, we got to like the 4th one. I was like... It's like, I should wait for this to be for Mikey. I see him get into first. I'm like, oh, he wants to get blue shelled again? Hello. I don't know why I thought you said the word hill. I'm like, why are you saying the word hill? Oop. I didn't get my second MT out. I'm gonna get red shelled. I thought I was gonna get red shelled. Oh, cool. I love not getting item boxes and getting hit by blue shells and red shells. Woohoo! There's a blue shell. Was that just thinking? There's lightning. No! Yeah, cool. Fun. And that's the reason why I don't play time trials. Because that doesn't get to happen. Another blue shell? What is this? Getting my comeuppance for trolling Mikey? I did it too early. Don't know why. Oh, on a red shell? Welcome to Mario Kart. You hope that one day MK8 DX gets back to popularity instead of MK World. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, Mikey. Well, it has this bus, but it's kind of ugly looking. Is it? People said Mario Kart 8 looked ugly. YouTube really channeled it in a mobile game. Oh, the gifts things. Yeah, YouTube decided to replace super stickers with gifts from YouTube Shorts. Which, I mean, fine. I'm not really a feature I'm complaining about, because, you know, the thing that YouTube also wants to combine shorts and live streams by, you know, with the short vertical live streams and having you do dual streaming, but yeah. It's really funny because I really should try and do like dual live streams, but I can't be stuffed. And I also can't really use the YouTube inbuilt or the YouTube inbuilt stream because my layout is lopsided. So you would end up like you would get the lap count in the basically the lap count would be slightly off center of center, which it already currently is. That doesn't really make sense. Do I know how editing carts work? What do you mean? You don't watch any MK8DX YouTubers despite being the Mario Kart you play the most. There's not really a lot of Mario Kart 8 YouTubers because a lot of them are just the most recent Mario Kart, which is now Mario Kart World. So it's like, yeah, whereas obviously gimmicky channels like mine, they have to, like, I can't play Mario Kart World because A, I don't have it, and B, there's people come to this channel for Mario Kart DS. Whereas you don't really, there's not enough time has really passed for someone to be like, I'm a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe YouTuber. It's like, why? What, you don't own a Switch too? Lame. And you know, there's no point being like a Mario Kart 8 Wii U channel because what are you? You don't have Mario Kart, you don't have a Switch. But you know, as soon as you get to like Mario Kart 7, it's like, yeah, that's fine. Are there people that are Mario Kart 7 YouTubers? I know there's a lot of Mario Kart 7 modders. And obviously for like MKW, you've got like, I think MKW's kind of died off since COVID. But it's still probably fairly popular because, you know, you can play it on your phone. How can you connect to Wiimify on a DSi? In the exact same way you connect to a normal DS. With pain and suffering. Oh, come on. Back here? You know, Troy's making MK Wii still alive. I mean, he was kind of the only one keeping Mario Kart Wii alive before it became popular. Ooh. It's crazy. But yeah, it's always interesting because, like, I feel like there's a very clear difference between, like, a channel like mine and a channel like TWD's. Because, I mean, I think the main difference is, like, my videos are not, oh, it's Mario Kart DS in Year of the Lord 2026. And I'm also not good at the game. Major hindrance. But yeah, my videos are just like, here's a Mario Kart Mario Kart DS modding video. And kind of like, you know, doing like a unique topic of what can I do to this game, this particular game. It's why like making videos for this channel is kind of strange, because I know there's a specific line I need to cross. Or there's a specific line. There's a very specific line whenever I hear someone recommend a video idea, that I'm just like, yeah. Because the, whoa, that was close. The, restoring an old route video, that was suggested by Mayro. I was reading a Mario stream, I was like, oh, the Hyphen, you heard about this unused route thing? I'm like, not that I'm aware of. And then, you know, I did research and I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, that could be a good video idea. And it turned out to be a really good video idea. So who would have thought that content creators have good video ideas? Am I still using a DS or Wii U? I'm using the original Nintendo DS because I prefer it for speedruns because it's the actual console. Whereas like using the Wii U obviously has like the weirdness of like of the load times. And it's also not, I prefer the original DS for comfort. That's time. That's track 16. Completely got sidetracked just yapping. I was like, hang on a minute. I'm playing game here. Is this one just regular MKDS? Miscellaneous categories. Nitro tracks. I think I did really bad. 34-21. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, that's bad. Puts me in 24th. With the world record being 29 minutes by Abel. So yeah, it's not really a lot of room to improve. Probably deserves where I'd sit. I mean, I could do faster by getting a bit better item luck, but yeah, why not? Submit run. CPUs were out for blood. That sucked. Then how can I see the screens? I'm using a DS capture card. I told you 100cc is slow. That's because I was doing a specifically 100cc run. 34 minutes and 21 seconds. The video URL is it. This very stream is still in my clipboard. No, it's the word 150cc. That one. Yeah, it's all I really got to do. Submit. There's someone on the threads of this that suggested a category called 17 points, which is to win a GP with 17 points, which you do by what's it called? Which you have to make which means you have to get every CPU to tie, and they've put Puddings' tying video on it, and it's like, you do know that was a task because it's basically impossible to do as a player. And I think it's kind of possible to do, but no. 100cc was only 10 minutes slower. Yeah. Can I do an editing to cart tutorial when I figure it out? What are you asking me? When you say edit a cart, there's a lot of variance to that. Because you've got like editing the models, editing the color of standard carts, editing the stats. Because making a custom cart model is similar to making a custom track with a few restrictions. Like you can only use like one texture. You don't need to model the wheels until you do it a CPU cart. And then a few things like that. If you're doing just editing the stats, that's just like old toolbox garbage. And then if you want to do changing the color of standard carts, you just can't do that because you need to do like that's hard coded and that's a real pain to edit. You just want to do it on your phone? You can't do it on a phone because you need Mario Kart Toolbox, which is a PC-only application. And a really jank one, to be honest. Anyway, any ties? Nah. Anyway, let's see. Anyone else streaming on this godforsaken platform that doesn't allow clips? What are the splits? I didn't do splits because I'm a nuisance. Nah, no one else streaming. So I think I'm going to end the stream there because, you know, it is, you know, 12:30. I'm a bit tired because I went cycling with an e-bike. So, I'm not actually that... It's not actually that exhausting, to be honest. Like, you know, I get off the bike, I'm like, damn, my body's a bit sore, but I'm not like... 34 minutes was good, well done. Not really. It put me like 24th or something. "34 minutes. Yeah, it was around 24th-ish. Glad to have caught the stream. Brilliant. Have a nice morning. I'm about to go to bed. Have fun cycling your bike soon then. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. My back's been kind of weird since I've started cycling, but I could just because I've got bad posture or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's the stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope the microphone sounded good because I'm doing a slightly different setup. Because it means I can do this. No, it does. No, the effect button's not working. That's a shame. And yeah, that's the stream. I will see y'all maybe tomorrow, maybe not, or maybe today. Like, in time zones. We need a mission mode redemption run. Oh yeah, last stream sucked. I think I may need to play offline, just like put my head back in the game. But I think that's also kind of the problem now that I've got a really good run of mission mode. I basically have to like lock in so hard to get a good run that I'm just like kind of stuffed. But yeah, that's the stream. I hope the next stream will start without a hitch. But if it doesn't, it probably won't start. It'll probably be very troublesome to start. So be patient when you see the stream time because that's only an estimate and really depends on how is the internet feeling. Which it usually feels bad.